Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have the F.E.W Straight Bourbon. So let me tell you about this distillery. It's straight bourbon, as I said, but it's not the Kentucky straight bourbon. It's a whiskey from Illinois. North of Chicago, there's a small city called Evanston, and it's in the kind of metropolitan district. It's MSA, Metropolitan Statistical Area. I don't know what that is all about, but it's in the metropolitan area of Chicago, and that's why they also have signs of Chicago on their labels. And strangely enough, if you think about Chicago and you think about alcohol, you think about Prohibition and Al Capone and all that kind of stuff. Between the two world wars, America had prohibited the drinking of alcohol, and what happened then is in the South, a lot of moonshining. They did the spirit on their own, and probably in the very South, a bit of import, black import from the Caribbean. And in the North with Chicago, they had very, very much smuggling going on with the Canadians. So they got a lot of Canadian whiskey over the border into the underground systems and stuff, and smuggling with the gangsters in Chicago. And how do I come with that? F.E.W is a name called Frances Elizabeth Willard. I hope that is a woman's name, but Elizabeth sounds really... Because I think Frances is also a male name, isn't it? Was a woman of the temperaments movement, and they were on the forefront of the prohibition of abolition of alcohol. And so it's a bit strange that they put their name on there, but that is just what they did. Maybe a little bit ironic. Let's talk about the whiskey here. We have a 46.5% ABV. That is, they actually right around 93 proof. Today I don't have to calculate. They have a very, very tight stopper and a very, very tight capsule. I had to peel it off with a bit of a sharp edge with a bit of a blade here, which I do like, because if a bottle is very, very closed, you will always get it open somehow with a knife and stuff. But during transport, it will not break, and you will not have that unsatisfied feeling when you open your package that you get your whiskey in, or from your groceries or wherever you buy it, when you have it open and broken the seal and a little bit lost, and you think about, should I return it, should I try it, and I don't know. That is unsatisfactory. So this is really, really, very, really tight stop, and I do like it. The liquid, as I said, 46.5% ABV. The mash bill is actually known to the public. It's 70% corn, 20% barley, 10% rye, and it's distilled on 1,500 liter Kothe distilled pot stills, which is really small. And yes, this means the F.E.W is a craft distiller, but you can, if you manage it well, you can get quite a lot of spirit out of a craft still. And they import it from I think it's down south. Minnesota is one up, so from their neighboring state, let's say that way, from Minnesota, they got their heavily charred oak barrels. So let's try it. First, you realize, it's a bourbon. Definitely it's a bourbon with vanilla, caramel. But you have that rye in there. And I don't know how they do it, but it's a bit lighter, with a little bit of a minty note, methyl note. So you realize, a little bit of a pine, a little bit of a forest note in there. I do realize 10% rye leaves a bit of impression there. 46.5% ABV. Gives you a transports a lot, but in the taste I do have the typical bourbon feeling, but with a good amount of rye. So this 10% rye gives you rye is a very potent grain with a lot of flavor in it, and a typical flavor in it. So yeah, you do have a little bit of a Christmas flavor to it with cinnamon and stuff, but for me, the menthol note, minty note, oak, pine note, that is getting a bit stronger in this one. Yeah, I like it. Oh yeah. So if you happen to have a look, if you want to have a look at the F.E.W Straight Bourbon, have a look at Whisky.com. And if you live in Belgium or the Netherlands, you can have a look in the shop and order them from us. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.